Give honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing the word out sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom. Gmskingstonjamaica. One more week. Definitely. Exalting and praising. And declaring the names of Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jehovah, and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, which Yahweh is the God of Israel, right? Yahweh Shai is the Savior, which is the Son of the Heavenly Father of the nation of Israel. And you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you predominantly, that are of that region, once your lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and these curses that are found within Deuteronomy upon you, you're an Israelite. But definitely it's all about the gene. So we're out here to gather the elect of our people by pushing this word, bringing out the judgments of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, being from the punishment of the unbelievers of Israel, the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel, and also the judgments and punishments for the heathen. Especially Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, which is our chief enemy. He's the chief enemy of our people. He's the one, who has been battling with us from the womb. So that is one of the main part of our message alongside the prophecies. Because at the end of the day, all the prophecies is going to come down to one thing. Esau being taken down and Jacob ruling afterwards. But I get that in our second address.
6.
Because that's what it's all boiling down to. It's just that we're currently going through the earthly process, and all the pieces from Genesis all the way to Revelation. That's what it's all about.
Alright, so this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first?
It's asking, when shall be the parting of the times and when shall be the end of the first? Let's hear the answer.
And the beginning of it that followeth. And he said unto me,
the end of the first and the what?
Beginning of it that followeth.
The beginning of it that followeth. So when it's going to be the start at the end of this current time, and when it's going to be the start of the time to come. One.
2nd Ezra 6 and 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So so how that is how we know what's going to happen next. And one of the key prophecies is Daniel chapter 2. Yeah, you can get that. With the statue.
Time now.
Slovakia. So Esau is the end of this society, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And how do we know that the end has not yet come? Because a lot of people like to, state that the end is already here. They like to say, the prophecies have already been fulfilled. They have all type of arguments. But how do we know? Because Jacob is currently not ruling, which is Israel. The nation of Israel, not the Israelis, not the small hatters, right? But the true biblical Israelites are not in rulership, yo. We are not. We're still under the curses. The earth is not at peace, which is also part of the prophecy.
You want from 40 to 140?
Wait a second.
And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron.
Yeah, can I start from this? What?
Alright. Daniel 2 and verse 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and burst.
So look at that.
And bruise,
So the ancient Roman Empire, they are that that they are the part of iron. And guess what? In today's society, we're in the revised Roman Empire, which is pretty much America. You know, you look on the political system, you look on some of the laws, you look on the behavior. You know, there are a lot of symbolism, a lot of things or characteristics that you can look at that shows that America is definitely the revised Roman Empire. You know, how they operate with their military, you know, having base all over the place, stretching thin. You know, everybody wanted to go to Rome. As I say, what? Rome is not a place, it's an idea. And what do they sell? The American dream. They want the home of the free and the land of the brave. But, you know, as we know, the home of the freaks and the land of the slaves. You know? What?
Alright, so verse 41 now says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another.
Yeah, and we can see that a clear example of that is what? NATO. You know, you have America pretty much dictate NATO policy, you know, which is what? The whore, which is riding the beast. You know, and you can see how, you know, they're not getting along. Even you have countries within NATO that don't see eye to eye. You have the American, you know, ruling through their military might and their policies. You have strength, you have economical strength, like with Germany, you know. But at the end of the day, they still have they're bickering. That's why you have things like what? Yeah, well, not a more European from, you know, Brazil.
Turkey right now.
Turkey right now?
Turkey basically is like a, how you call it now? A wild card in a NATO. You see me? For example, the whole thing we're going now with the Israeli and the Palestinian, American come out and basically state them against Israel. You see me? Even them were buying weapons from Russia. You see me? Also, you have Britain left the EU. And you have talks of France leaving as well.
Yeah. And Greece, they look at Greece as being weak, you know?
Greece, Portugal, Spain, weak. Three of the weakest economies
in the European Union.
So you can see that, yeah, they seem to be together as one, but they cannot mix, you know?
Even over the sanctions against Russia, you have some European nations that were still taking oil, and some will say, yo, we're not taking oil. You see me? And they have others that say to America, say, yo, you can say that because your people's survival don't depend on Russian oil. You see me? So them realizing that American foreign policy, you see me, is not really conducive to them. And right now, there are talks that are showing that NATO and the US are pushing Ukraine to offer peace terms to Russia, because now there's a new war where them need to support. So, you know, they might tell Ukraine, all right, just give up now. Yeah. You see me? When the people have been at war for what, a year and a half, thousands of people dead, you see me? Infrastructure damage and them thing there. When from the start, you see me, analysts there tell them, say, yo, just offer peace terms. There's no way you can beat Russia. You see me? So you draw this war for no reason. You see me? Sanction Russia for no reason. Fuck up the world supply chain with grain and other things for no reason. Isn't because now you're going to say, yo, just offer peace term and done. Because your big friend Israel in a war.
Hey, I don't know who we said. You see the video where man say, yo, right now, we need to side with Russia. Russia's supposed to lead. We're supposed to look to Russia to lead because America only benefit themselves. You see that video? I think either last night or this morning when I brother them put in a group.
More and more nations
say,
are leaving the Western countries and them are big to join the BRICS. 'Cause to them, BRICS is the way forward, which is not. You see me? The kingdom of Israel is gonna be what's established next. You see me? But the world is fed up of Western politics. You see me? Them fed up of that. Them realize say, oh, that's not working. So them want the next thing, and the next thing is what? Is BRICS is what's offered to them right now. So a lot of traditional U.S. allies, especially in the third world, them leaving the Western countries and them begging to join BRICS. Saudi Arabia is one of them. You see me? We're about to join the BRICS in 2024.
Alright, so back in Daniel 2 and verse 43, the latter part, it says, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. Verse 44, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Yeah, because look at it. Once the missiles fire in World War III, what's going to happen? Yahushua is going to come back.
Revelation 1 and 7.
Yahushua is going to come back. And you can get in an edge where it tells you, them all leave off fighting each other, fight Yahushua. Which is the fulfillment of that prophecy right there, saying that the Lord is going to set up the nation of Israel. A part of the vision talk about a rock. When I read it up top, it tell about the rock not made with hands that smote the feet of the statue. And as the brother was reading, he didn't go through all of it. But the statue represents all of the kingdoms, starting from the Babylonian kingdom all the way down to now. And the feet represented what? The end of the time, which Esau should fall and Jacob should begin. Because ultimately, the elites of Esau, they are the ones who are doing this, They are literally manipulating the world to establish their new world order. Because that's what it's really all about. The whole order out of chaos and also, seeping everybody. Giving everybody that rice grain so that, he can play himself as God. Create a digital system where you track even how a chair was made. You have what they call carbon tax and all that thing about how much carbon you're responsible for burn because you didn't want something will get made. All type of tracking and all of that, all linked to the rice grain, and him, whosoever taking that rice grain, submitting to their system and them, and who is not would be considered an enemy. And that is what it's all boiling down to. Because this didn't just happen overnight, This is the scripture called Esau a skillful and cunning hunter. He has literally trapped the world, because he wants the world for himself. The world is his prey. Because guess what? He lost the blessing, He lost the blessing to his brother Jacob. So what did he try to do? He's trying to take it by force. And that shows how all the things happening and how the prophecies are playing out is all leading up to that one thing, It's always been about Esau versus Jacob. And Israel, the sons of God, going through their trial and being established within the earth. Going all the way back from what? Cain and Abel. It's the same spirit. Esau and Jacob. And it's all from even before the beginning of the earth, Alright?
Yeah, the one Ezra knows.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain. And
when you talk about this, you talk about the heavens. It talk about the waters, above the waters. What phrase? The waters that was out of the glass.
Above the firmament.
Above the firmament. And the waters below the firmament. So Yahushua will be coming from the skies. And he say engraved himself a great mountain, referring to what? The chariots, what you people call spaceships or UFO ships or whatever you want to call them these days, that's what's going to happen. Go on.
He had graved himself a great mountain and flew up on it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not.
Yeah, so it was so big, you couldn't even see where it stopped, yo. You couldn't see it. It was such a big ship. So he couldn't see where it ended. He looked, but he couldn't see. That's how big it was. It was massive. That's why the scripture also says what? When Yahushua come back, you know, you don't need to ask. You know? You just look. It's going to be apparent.
So all I shall see.
All I shall see, as the scripture said. So what up? Go on.
Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Hey, say that large army, you know, that big group, in an instant will become nothing, yo. You nobody get fighting power, say, yo, they leave off fighting each other. They drop down.
Yeah, I think it 20 or 30.
What?
23. He that shall endure the burial time.
31.
31.
Sorry, 29.
21.
29. 29.
29.
Point at 31.
Alright. Hold on. 39?
Yeah.
29. Good.
Point at 31.
Alright, so this says 2 Ezra 13 and verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I shewed thee before, and then shall my son be delivered, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle. They have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou saw them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand up, he shall stand upon the top of the mount, on the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be shewed to all men, being prepared and built, like as thou saw the hill graven without hands.
Hey, I didn't see that go for sure, yo. Let's go for sure. I will say, they do all the wars, you know, that we see fight about to be fought, all the prophecies leading up to the war, it's all coming, it's all to declare the end of this current time and to usher in the beginning of a new one with Jacob ruling. Because that is what it is. The war starts, the fight, the missiles are going to burn America. Fighting will still be taking place, you know, it's not just America alone in the war. They're going to still have people trying to get the dominance afterwards. Who to tell? Maybe China and Russia decides, all right, now it's time we're going to betray each other because the big bully out of the way. Me not going to serve under you and you know, nobody want to serve under each other. They might start a different type of war now for who are going to rule next. And
more likely because when you analyze prophecy, Yahweh Shai going to return when the nukes and basically fire for America to deliver the elect from America. You see me? So America going to be out of the war at that point. And it's going to say basically the EU going to fire nukes from America. So if when Yahweh Shai return, then going to fight against him. And while them are going to fight against him, and while them return, them are going to basically fight against each other. Simple means say, yo, man are going to turn. Because them are basically fight for who can dominate. You see me? So more like China and Russia will go at it and EU, maybe I'll try, you know, unite with
some form of skirmish will go on.
Them say them are Macron. Yeah. Macron and America come out and say them want their own army. You see me?
So when I look at it, you know, they're still going to be fighting, but here's the thing. They're going to leave off from fighting each other. They decide that, look, just like how we have to team up against America, those things that are coming, we need to team up against it. Yep. Which is pretty much Yahweh Shai. Yep. You know, so
that shows you that World War II and Armageddon are one and the same. Whatever the name again, Gino Jennings do a video, pretty much saying that World War III is gonna come and then after that Armageddon. Him don't really understand the scriptures, yo. World War III is Armageddon. Yeah. During World War II, Yahweh Shai is gonna make his return, yo. The word Armageddon means mountain of troops. The nations gonna come together for that final war, yo.
Yeah, and it show that you don't understand about the valley of Jehoshaphat. Because then, so guess what? They might bring them there to judge them being people Israel. So obviously, well, you know, Christian workshop, can't really expect a better, you know.
Well, give him props in really pork still in
yeah.
the party. You have to give him props for that.
Yeah. And you know, the walkie-talkie Christian doctrine is not going to fly. You know, and that is the thing, you know, the prophecies are there. So this is what we actually promise our people, and that's why we keep on saying that, look, you have to, you know, pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to give you the spirit, to give you his spirit, yo. Pray Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to give us his mercy and keep his mercy on you, because guess what? This is what is to come. All of that is scary. But that's all that scariness and that gloominess is leading to a brighter day, yo. Because hey, sometimes when like in the early days when I used to talk to people out there, when I just come down through there and start talk about the prophecies and them things, they might say, yo, why you don't want something like that to come? Why you don't want people for dead? Why you don't want this? Why you don't want that? Why is it negative? But because that's what they don't understand, that look, they have to go through this for the better to come, for the good to come. You know, it's a means to an end. What?
I start at verse 7 still, but the main point of 10. So this is Revelation 12 verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before the power day and night.
Exactly. So hey, and that goes that part is that's when the Yahweh Shai come back. Right? So they're definitely going to fight against Yahweh Shai, but they're going to be defeated. And as the angel said, what? No, it is the accuser of our brethren cast down. Which chiefly is Esau, because once again, this whole new world order thing is being perpetrated and organized by him. Because he wants the earth under his control. He wants the earth in his hands. And if you really look at it, hey, watch a movie 1984, yo. When I watch 1984, the men at the top were living like the ones who were being monitored, yo. Only thing they did, they monitor them, give them policies, but you know, the way that they were living was not like the common man. Yeah. You know, they were benefiting based off of the brainwash and the order that was there, but for the most part, the people below weren't really living. You know, and you also have what a movie called A Whole New World. You know, watch that movie as well. It shows you how twisted the so-called white man is, yo.
Elysium is a good one as well.
Gone, Elysium as well. You know, so these elites, they're really planning, because really they're going to say, so people might say, so we are so white people now, it's our other Edomites now got dead or whatever, so how it will be? But guess what? This man considering people them, the lowest of him people, collateral damage, a worthy sacrifice. So in not care whether or not some of them won't die, as long as the chief of them stays on top.
Yeah, you know the movie About Time?
Yeah.
I'm on quote with them all say, for a few to be immortal, many must die.
Whether on underworld, you see me, with the disease with the spread, with the girl that can't fight, with
Vampire, yeah.
Vampire? No man, a vampire don't want them.
Underworld vampire. Vampire
Werewolf.
Yeah, no man, I don't want them to talk about, man. I want to basically like, they have some virus so they get so-called escaping in one lab. And they want vampire, man.
What the point of that?
Basically, the other then we do is when they come out, it's like them they freeze the elites them, you know, some whatever, and I say after basically the populace dead off, is then them rebirth and basically repopulate society.
Yeah. That's what this man is to offer immortality while on the earth, like him literally
Resident Evil.
want the world for himself. Literally want the world for himself, yo. Because he couldn't get it through the blessing. And guess what? Believe it or not, the elites of Esau know this. It has been passed on. The truth of the scriptures, they know it. And that is why they mystify the scriptures, and that is why they don't pierce any mind just as of yet. But guess what? The more because they have their astrologers, them have them witches and them warlocks, you know, attract the time and I see the things that will happen. You know how have an idea of how close the Hawashai is. So guess what? He's making moves. Because he plans to fight. You know, the prophecies, what we just read earlier, it shows that look, these men plan to fight. It's just that they plan to have the world do them dirty bidding. Because guess what? After the army that plan to fight against Yahushua get neutralized, what do you think is going to happen next? Slavery. So they're pretty much setting up the populace to fight against Yahushua when they return, and who survive then they're hoping that they defeat Yahushua, and then who survive get to be under them. Because the elites aren't going to be out there, yo. Elites aren't going to be out there fighting.
Nope, we're going to find them.
Exactly.
Alright, so this is Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Yeah, so just so you just mentioned a while ago, so them know what is to come. So them search out these things and them will try to prepare. But you know, them all lose, them all fail miserably. You know, them illusion, their dreams, their enterprise is gonna come to naught because it has been written for them to fail. But the Lord have a spirit for them to push to accomplish, you know, their objectives to and their push to accomplish their objectives is gonna bring prophecies to pass. For example, the mark of the beast, World War III, you know, so the Lord have them in a trick bag.
Yeah, hey, the Lord give them do what thou will praise as a Suda, you know?
Yeah.
And they believe that they can actually break prophecy.
Yeah.
You know, so if you fight hard enough, you know, a man can achieve anything when he will. So they put them on the street, yo.
Just keep saying pride of his heart to deceive it.
Yep.
You know, so you get tricked. I'm just going to get through one real quick. So Revelation 12, as we read down, verse 12, says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Notice how you want unto them that dwell in the earth and the sea. Why? I mean, everybody. Not just Jake. Even though his anger is directed towards Jake, but to destroy Jake, there's no length that he will not go. To try to accomplish his goal, there's no sacrifice too great.
When the wicked bear rule, people mourn. Yep. So that's why they mourn, because what the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Yeah. So them are rule, so the earth are going to mourn. Yep.
And guess what? Esau already make up the mind, yo. What I'm saying? 500 million. That's a number where the man I work with. So anytime, this is how I feel like the elite them I think. Anytime we trip 500 million people, the rest can dead. I must say that thing, man. Yeah. Because all else I'm track everybody. You know, so yeah.
I just show you in the movie 2012, after them have them arc, them build them up and them get all who could afford a ticket reach on board.
Beneficial, because remember them go to save some scientists.
Yeah.
Shalom. You know, some of the scientists, some people in different fields, and them think that they need to have slaves, you know.
Yes.
They need to have slaves, they need to have people for some things. So them seek out highly skilled people
with great minds.
With great minds and them type of thing, they have to try get them in.
Yep.
You know? But as I say, them have build them ark or them bunkers.
Yeah.
And I say, look here, everybody else can dead. You know? You know?
Did you finish that?
Yeah, that's
Alright, back on the war still. Revelation 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he do judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and the wrath of the almighty power. And he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
Exactly. So Yahushua is coming to conquer. Yahushua is coming to conquer. That is it. As what we've been going through now, what is going to take place in the end? War is going to be fought. Yahushua is going to return. They're going to turn against Yahushua. A lot is going to die, and then the rest are going to be hunted. That's just it. Because that is, hey, Jacob, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that following. When Yahushua return, it's the time of Israel. That is when Israel rule begins. But by then, because look at it, after the missiles fire, the elect is already gathered. Within that time period, the elect is gathered. So when Yahushua actually, return with the elect, what do you think is going to happen? What?
2 Israel 6 verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that I receive shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the north of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and the seed shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Exactly. Yahushua is spelled the end of this world. And you see, most we always say these people are full of demons. People who cling to this world, the demons within them know it. That is why every mention of Yahushua, they look at you funny, yo. When they mention the word Yahushua, when they speak of righteousness, when they speak of truth, when they say, oh look, you want this world to end, it goes against every fiber in your body. Because it means that, look, what is currently happening is going to be done away with. And that is what Yahushua represents. So if you're off this world, hey, Spaz. Remember that in John. I say, you're not. The world hated me before it hated you. And you're not of the world. Yeah, we're not of this world, yo. We're not. Our heart, hey, our thoughts are heavenly thoughts, yo. Our treasures are in heaven, which is above. This world, though we live in it, has nothing to offer. Hey, sometimes when we like, we're just chill and say, alright. Just for argument's sake, I would say, yo, we get a certain amount of money right now where, can cover certain bills or whatever the case is. When we think about that, we still not see peace at the end. Because guess what? We still live in a society where we have to pay holy tax. We still live in a society where the Most High is not exalted. We still live in a society where we have all type of abominations. The mindset of the people isn't right. There's nothing I can really. Hey, if you think about looking, I'm going to some bush, I'm going to farm and kick back. Something will happen, yo. We still under the curses. There's no peace here, yo. You just have to swap one problem for the next. So even though you might get rid of, if money is the solution to your current problem, when you solve the problem, then you have another problem to deal with. Whatever it is, another issue. There's no such thing as stress-free within this kingdom, yo. So really, the true solution is to get out of here. I don't think that the only brother would do, but sometimes when I keep back and say, only if this did happen or this would have worked out. But when I think about it, yo, you'll be like, even if I try to fantasize it and put it in the best possible case, after you start thinking, you're going to realize, say, yo, well, this probably happened, that probably happened, this can happen, this can happen. Hey, it's hell, yo.
I guess so. A brother they do a lesson a while back where say your worst day in this world is your best day. Because being uncomfortable in this world is a good thing. So you're not cleaving onto this world. You yearn for a kingdom where you dwell at righteousness, a kingdom where you can rest. So that make you let go. So when the Esau come with his temptation, it's like for the elect it's going to be like, well, we never did a live, so nothing there.
I think Pastor Ryan will do a lesson upon it like a while back. So nothing else will do. And that's how we feel here, yo. Not fulfilling here. We're still missing something. Right.
As wild as a fantasy can go as it pertains to you having a comfortable life here, but really take a second to think about it soberly, you're going to realize that it's not as good as it initially felt. What?
Alright, so this is St. John chapter 15 and verse 19. If ye were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is why every mention of Yahweh, every mention of Yahushua, every mention of who the true Israelites are, everything that we mention regarding the path to salvation is frowned upon you. It's frowned upon. Why? Because these people are not of righteousness. These people don't represent truth. And these people truly don't yearn for that, yo.
Yeah, emergency.
Because to get there, it's a very uncomfortable path. You know, to get there, it requires something that they don't desire.
Yeah.
You know? Go on.
This is John, 1 John chapter 2, start at verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If anyone love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but of this world.
And that is why them say the prophecies, they like to say, the prophecies makes no sense, you know, from the barn, this happen, from the barn that happen, earthquake always a shake, this always happen. Them always say that. Why? Because for them, this world is a world that needs to be preserved. So even though the prophecy has showed them, say, look, there's nothing here, and even though the prophecy showed them, say, look, all of this are going to get destroyed, then prophet deny it. The prophet cast off as madness, the prophet cast aside in some way, shape or form. Why? Because they, in their minds, they have to preserve it. Even if it's crumbling, even though it's crumbling in front of their eyes daily, yo, the standard of living keep getting worse and worse. The quality of food, quality of music, quality of movie,
Friendship.
quality of quality of everything, yo. Just
Quality of family.
quality of family.
Everything upside down. Nothing
Everything.
right.
You understand life itself?
Yeah, life itself, yeah, even skills. Like people, me somebody more time, me follow up art and everything. Brother, there are people that call themselves AI artists. You know what they do? And type in what they want, the computer to generate. And when they generate it and it like something they really want, then put it up and say them is an AI artist. No level of skill, thought, nothing, no form of structure, nothing.
Everything artificial.
Everything, what the word? Artificial, yo.
Yeah.
And,
That's the world that you start trying to create, an artificial world that him and God in that world.
yeah, shows them is an artificial God. But we don't need nobody to tell you that because guess what? We're not flesh. There's only one true God. That is Yahweh, yo.
A picture, a part of the creation want to say, him going to take over the creation. That's madness.
Last verse, it says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever.
Exactly. Because guess what? That is us, you know, Lord willing, we have that number. You know, we have to hope for elect. Hey, we want everlasting life, yo. We want everlasting life. That is why he that doeth the will of Yahweh, you know, line again?
Verse 17, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever.
Yeah, how is it going to pass away, yo? With these prophecies.
Yep.
All the things that we've been reading earlier, yo. That is how it's going to pass away. You know, as you said, it's getting worse and worse. Hey, the world currently set up, it's a very fragile thing when it comes on to supply chain. A famine is very easy to orchestrate these days. Even if it's not orchestrated, if the Lord should really put a serious disaster at a certain point in the earth right now, at a certain time, even that within itself, but we know that Esau Edom is doing these man-made crises, you know. He pretty much purposely build an unsustainable system. Because as I said, him having plan. Him having plan to gear up everybody to ultimately fight his war against Yahweh Shai. But that is the Lord's plan to really get rid of the lust of this world, to get rid of the unrighteousness of this world. Pretty much, it's just a cleanup process, yo. Yeah. But Esau thinks it's a cleanup process for his new start. You know? As I say, yo, the ox boasted himself against the owner, yo. Go on.
Yeah, it does that. We have one, as I said a while ago, does Esau kill him dead? His plan. Proverbs 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water he turneth it wheresoever he will.
Exactly. These people think just because you can't see Esau, you feel like, the world naturally progress. Nothing is natural about this, Nothing is natural about this. When I make something as simple as gender complicated, when I make something as simple as gender complicated, there's nothing natural about this place,
Yo, as a touch of that's this man, may I go through the news feed, and I saw on loop where you had Miss Babsy Grange go for gender equality. And then you have a thing, Esau, I never knew about it, 50-50 by 2030. So they want to make men and women equal, rights, everything, work, pay, everything. And that's not biblical. The Lord said the head of the woman is the man. When you're looking at the word head, you go back to chief or supreme, preeminent. So the man and woman can never be equal. That's an illusion when Esau Edom and push up on the people and for build pride. See, disobedience, confusion. But it's gonna come to naught.
This is Job 20. I'm going to start at verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Because Esau been doing this for decades, for the mind sharp people centuries, and it seemed to be working and it seemed to be panning out. You feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing this a long time. But the scripture says what? A day with the Lord is as 1,000 years. So yeah, hey, it's just a moment, yo. Hey, you could be ruling, no matter how long you're ruling, to you in flesh, it's just a shadow for the Most High,
And in the scriptures that one kingdom has been predestined or preordained to be eternal. And that's Yahweh's kingdom. Right, so from Nebuchadnezzar come all the way down the statue, all of those kingdoms, them reign has been, the bound has been set. And you can't pass a day and you can't end prematurely either. Yeah?
You have to come to full, you have to come to fullness.
Then you're done. Yeah, the Peter way, you don't see
what. You can read it, same man.
Alright.
Alright,
sir. Alright, so this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
Yeah, so the triumph of the wicked is but for a moment. It may feel long to us, especially when you're suffering, Suffering make time move slow. I say what? Boy, time flies when you're having fun. But when you're in pain, when you suffer, when you endure, time seems to be a bit slow. Time will seem to be a bit slow. But guess what? It's just for a moment, It's all for a moment. Hey, the Lord said none of his words shall return unto him void. So it's not if, it is when. And that is what we are here preparing for, When? We don't have an exact date or time, we're seeing the signs. The Lord don't. Hey, a lot of people say, oh, I'm soon out here for years. And up to now, some things want to say look like it have come through, yes, but really, it's still a go, some things just continue. But guess what? The Lord to his side.
Nobody do it for 120 years.
All right. We have a clock, so not like the Lord have out here just say, just go under this. The Lord know that we're in flesh. A lot of precepts tell us that the Lord know that we're about flesh. So the Lord know that someone would have frustrated. So what it is, give the sign them so we can have hope, and give the sign them so we can pace ourselves and track as the time gets closer and closer as each day goes by. So that is why what? One of the key things how shall I say to the disciples is what? Watch. Watch and pray.
Yeah, and counting the cost. Because we're already counting the cost. That's why, you know, the incredulity. And that's incredulity. So the scripture says, let not the incredulity of them trouble you. The unbelieving. Because to them, you know, we out here for years I do this thing and nothing. Yeah, our way just look like one like unprofitable and one deadbeat. We not nothing else to do. They hear that them say. Yeah, but now I was out there. And the same thing that we face. We face people, I say things to him like, this madman. We face things like, yo, this man a build boat and rain never fall yet. You know, he face a lot of ridicule.
Yeah.
Scrutiny.
Hey, you know what next thing to say? And I mentioned counting the cost. Part of the counting the cost is that, look here, we don't know when and it'll take a long time. So you have to just prepare to endure.
Hey, imagine Noah.
Yeah.
When Noah never see, Noah never see rain fall, I see so much, you know, water like that. But imagine when him see the first. You know, that boosts him faith even more. See, so the same thing we do, man. See, when we see the prophecies them up off, it help we firm up our foot, our standing. Like we firm up our feet, then and believe more.
Yeah. Scripture said true faith, Noah moved with fear.
Exactly. Then, so the same thing we do. Then the people them look on Scripture say in Wisdom of Solomon that our end to them. Okay.
Alright, so this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hands of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, and there shall no torment touch them.
Right.
In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery.
Yeah, man. Not go on for them. You know? We're deadbeat.
No money.
No money. Bums.
Yeah,
nothing else to do.
One of the latest man them come and talk against the Hebrew Israelites. Come and say, all you niggas want to do is no shit. What about the money?
It hurt my feelings to see
Yeah.
you just hungry and standing up on the corner.
Yeah.
I showed that.
You know, it's been a while, it's on my spirit, and I wanted to address it. Get a life, nigga, leave us alone.
In a fucking Halloween costume.
Yeah, leave us alone.
Right.
Alright, so Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 2 again, it says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
They are in peace. And hey, we are in peace in our mind.
Yep.
Yeah, because we know what the end goal is. That's
The scripture also says, most said they give us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind.
yeah.
Because right now, you have me about a couple people go back to the building on my right place. You see me? But then they have left, and there was 5 panic attacks. You see me? Right now, when they run people, as soon as they feel a little vibration, people start, you see me? Shake up.
Even now.
Even now. Right? But no saying nothing yet. And when we see these things, like for example, when they kill the general for Iran, is they make people bug out to World War III. When when Russia run in on Ukraine, World War III people are bug out. Is they make Crown Royal, yeah man. Is it the big one? And the people start run up and down like headless chicken. For what? It keep the most of the spirit is expressed what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So it's good to know stuff.
Yeah.
No, war bring the destruction.
Hey, in the day to come, you're gonna want to know some shit.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I want them to realize that because that peace seems to do everything to make sure them start the war. Because after them start the media part, it left the week run with it. As the information will reach, will run with it. Everybody tells somebody what they mean and what they know down. And therefore, they really about the fear of the spread. More prepared.
It's so prepared.
Huh?
It's so prepared.
Just remember, I know, the 7-year famine and the 7-year feast. The famine is near. You know, you can identify that. The famine is near. History alone can tell you that. That is prophecy not for that. History alone tells you the famine. Then,
Alright, so back in Wisdom of Solomon 3.
Wrong famine him I worry about. Famine here in the world in that him to fucking worry about. Because that alone. I will say, as brother quote, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of time. They got come in and talk about famine, I worry about food. Wrong food, yo.
The boy must send me a famine, send me a plenty, same him feel say yo, there's gonna be a famine and then plenty come after that. Not in this, no. One final bad boy famine, king of kill off whole heap of people.
Now to this every year.
And then the kingdom. Eat that.
That's it. Alright, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 4.
Yeah, famine to all famines.
For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality.
Yeah, and that's why people look for me weird when we are going to jail and them. That's why even my family them are even turn against with certain things, you know. Cause the first set a lock up. And them say, oh, we still do this thing. You know? Couple martyrs get announced and them say, oh, we still do it. Them that's how that will frustrate them, you know. Because as far as them concerned, you don't care about yourself. And all this madness says to people that they not take your life serious. You know, but they don't understand, say, yo, this a part of you.
Yeah, how should I say when them some here at me say what? You say, see that you be in trouble. You see me because what? All these things must come to pass. Yeah, how should I say, look here, don't worry when them things happen. They must happen. In your patience possess ye your souls. Him done one, we already sound like we have a blueprint. We know them things here come, so what we do is we pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that we be one of them. We get covered under him wing, just like Psalm 91 say, yo. Yeah. We want to be one where the Heavenly Father, you know, protect and send him angels to gather around with and strengthen when we need that strength, yo. You see, because we don't know what come already.
Yeah. Because at that point, at them time that worse to turn back. At them time you're not going because if you're going to get locked up and then you're going to decide something now do this no more, then what the point are you there prepare? You see me? What the point you do everything from before? Because at that scripture said you're going to happen either way. So you stopping right there and then and then show how close the finish line is.
Yeah, that's right.
So what? But guess what? When you're picking them in your ears, your woman in your ears, your family in your ears, your friend, oh, you're right now, I don't want to run me, no brother, because right now, nobody can lock me up on. As soon as them see you moving, hey, reward, money out there, yo, you just pass through half a tree. I run good on X road.
Right, him life up on the line.
Hey, go up even worse.
The scripture tell you why the chiefs, scribes and Pharisees will sell out the Yahushai. They said to fear the Romans have come. They don't take Jerusalem.
Let them see, yeah.
Right. Even the man where Yahushua restore his sight. You know, it's scripture tell you why they basically never straight right answer the head spot then. Yep. You know, because through fear. Alright, so them say he's a fear, just ask him.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is the thing, yo. Because guess what? Pretty soon, a lot of people don't want to get associated with any Hebrew Israelite, yo. Whether by family, friend, co-worker, not even an acquaintance. Them don't want no form of association, yo.
Hey, like when money gets COVID and they used to do contact tracing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like that. Yeah. Contact tracing who know a Hebrew Israelite. You're not going to have his body when you know them.
You're not going to do it for nobody.
Hey, can I read the precept and what speak about that?
May I get it now? This is Matthew 10, start at verse 16. Behold, I sent you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils.
So beware of men. And that's why you know go out and just chat and show yourself. You try to say you're wise or yeah, no. So beware of men. Because guess what? It's gonna be a time where you can get sell out.
Yep.
Hey, you said keep that. Alright, go on.
This is Micah 7 and verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house.
Hey, so even the sisters, yo. Even you sisters, even you are gonna be under pressure as well. You know? So you're just gonna have to be weary. Keep them out close, yo. Keep them out close. Just preach doctrine. Right? Learn the scriptures. Apply the scriptures as best as possible. Watch, pray, and wait upon the Lord. That's it. Just stick close to the brotherhood. And here you have some scripture that tell us that even brothers will betray brothers.
Yep.
So even internally, you gotta watch yourself, yo. Go on.
No, man,
Oh, go on.
Alright, so this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jump down to verse 7 now. It says, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak.
And also, you know, one of the prophecies as well, you know, from the book of Amos is what? Famine of the word.
Yep.
Also in Ezekiel, tell that the Lord, you know, make him tongue cleave to the roof and mouth, meaning so what? Keep him mouth shut.
Yep.
So that the time is coming where not even, you know, preaching, you know, and bringing out this word is going to be the thing.
And even know, like no at the time we speak. So we're there, so we are speak. When you're there work, yeah, do work. You know what I mean?
Talking.
Right. Because for you that work and just about yo, and this, that. That's a trademark of a novice. When you start getting season, you know, say, alright, leave these people around. Them in the kitchen and eat them pork. You just step in, you know, like smell it. You just leave it.
A wise sentence will be rejected if it cometh out of a fool's mouth, because him not going to regard the timing. You see me? So even if you know something right, if you say it the wrong time, it's not going to be rejected. You have to know when to speak and not just what to speak.
If I say reprove a fool, I'm going to hate you.
Yeah.
A wise man and I'm going to love you.
Yep.
So a wise man scares the talk when he's asked twice.
Again, you say, you know, a prudent man concealeth knowledge.
I have a quick one for that.
Yeah, I should never go in front of pilot.
Yeah.
I say, you didn't know, say me.
You know, say, I eat on my boy.
Yeah,
Come on, my feet, you know.
The pilot have to ask him and I say, you know, here's somebody attack you.
Yeah.
Look by him, Paul, when he go before Agrippa.
Yeah.
You see me say, hey boy, I eat on my thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The man use guile.
Exactly.
Go around him. And even when what I thought me love when you all try to confront Herod at the time. You all trying to say my word. You all trying to say that. I like Herod and say, yo, that brother, you don't take him out of his side. See, I done with this. Yo, alright, this I want to have. Ecclesiastes 20 and verse 18. It says, to slip upon a pavement is better than to slip with the tongue. So the fall of the wicked shall come speedily. An unseasonable tale will always be in the mouth of the unwise.
Unseasonable tale.
Yeah.
Meaning in our regard time. Just talk for the fun of talk. You needed you. Just learn time and place. Go on.
A wise sentence shall be rejected when it cometh out of a fool's mouth, for he will not speak it in due season. Yep.
These are the times that we're heading in.
When I was younger, my grandmother used to always beat one thing that we had. See I'm blind and hear and deaf.
Yeah.
You see me? And then at my great grandmother's house, there was a plaque above the entrance to the living room, and it said, oh, it's a prayer. Oh Lord, help me this day to keep my mouth shut. And that was the prayer, right above the door for the living room. That's the prayer.
Oh, that thing is scary.
Yeah, help me this day to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, because especially something about, the mouth. People used to know that, the mouth can get you in trouble. People always say that.
Yeah.
See, your mouth can put you in trouble, man. And scripture there say,
Tongue is an unruly member.
Unruly member.
Yeah.
It's iniquity. Word of iniquity.
Yeah.
This, verse 17,
Carry on,
Matthew
brother.
10, verse 17, it says, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak, for it is not he that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you."
Exactly. When it's time to speak, the Lord will give up to speak, yo. So once again, all we have to do is just watch, pray, apply the scriptures as best as we can. Because guess what? Jacob rule is coming next. We just read it. Right? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. Follow it.
Here, two more verse.
What?
It says, "And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And he shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved."
Exactly. So hey, we always talk about the deep fake. We always talk about, hey, Esau right now have some think tank men a spice the pot for you.
Yep.
Believe that.
Hey, you have an example. The unity camp go on the other day. You see me? Bunch of reprobates dressed in black. You see me? With red cups, screaming death to America, death to Palestine, death to Ishmael. You see me? There's a guarantee, 100% guarantee, that there are many agents among that, yo. Chief Ephraim himself, you see me? I believe through the Spirit is an agent as well, yo. So all them things here happen, you see me? Setting up the narrative for Esau blame for being extremists, yo.
That's the nigga where they say calling all these.
Yeah, man.
Then they actually go join up.
Let them go. One bag of reprobate nigga in a block screaming, "Death to America, death to Ishmael, death to Palestine." Come here, Charlotte.
Got the man them there Washington DC and them there Chicago.
Hey, and, hey, it just show that, hey, and it go heavy. That's why Yahweh shall say what? You don't endure it to the end, the same shall be saved. Because guess what? Hey, when the scripture says we'll be hated for, by all men for his name's sake, yo, believe that. Truly, hey, we don't start lose nothing yet, yo. We don't start, hey, it's gonna be, we're gonna lose family, friends, betrayal, it's gonna be deadly. And it's coming. You know?
It is not because when you really read even March 24, you see me tell about the wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, and it also said immediately after those days, shall he basically persecuted. So that way, and we see it right now. If you have eyes to see it, you actually see that. So that is the next prophecy, yo, we're going to enter into. While we enter into that, you're going to have the chip, which will say to come, be on the scene, and while the chip price will come off. In other words.
So, with that, hope this was edifying. Once we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, honors to the apostles and elders of Gmskingston who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom.